Yo, what is up, guys? I hope you guys had a happy new year. This is gonna be the first video I do 2020. I got more anime reviews, I got more unboxings coming up, but first I had to start it off. I read volume 8 of Demon Slayer. I'm sorry it took me so long, guys, but I'm kind of mad at you guys. I didn't know this volume was gonna be so crazy from some of the things I just read. Now, from the last volume that we read, we pretty much found out that Tanjiro and all the others found out that Enmu, pretty much a lower rank one of the 12 Kizuki, his body is fused with the Infinity Train. So they pretty much found a weak spot, and Tanjiro did his awesome Hinokami Kagura slash on it, and this pretty much cut off the front, it's pretty much cut off his head, which also cut off the front cart of the Infinity Train. This caused the whole train to react and go crazy, but luckily, shout out to Rengoku, because he was pretty much the MVP of this whole volume that I just read. He kept the train stable enough where pretty much no one died. There was probably dozens or hundreds of passengers on this train, and because of Rengoku and all the others, but mostly because of Rengoku because he's awesome, nobody pretty much died on this Infinity Train. None of the hostages died. And that's what a Hashira is all about, you know. They're strong, but they have to help out the weaker one. During the whole process of Enmu getting his head cut off, Tanjiro gets stabbed during the process. And this is where we learned some awesome things about total concentration. Rengoku pretty much told him to concentrate on your breathing, and this has the ability to heal wounds. Not, well, pretty much temporarily, but there's a lot of things about this total concentration breathing techniques that we still have to find out, because you can do a lot of some pretty cool, interesting things from that. Rengoku said there's about 10,000 more steps to go, so I'm excited to see like the path that Tanjiro goes on as he continues to develop in this show, because right now, I'm loving it. So here I am thinking everything's all nice and sweet, there's a little happy ending, but then this other Kizuki comes, and he comes like a rocket out of the sky. Like, if you guys watch Naruto, you've seen that episode where Madara shows up with Obito. He just comes flying down like a rocket. This guy pretty much does the same thing to that. And so now we're dealing with another Kizuki member, and this one is an upper rank 3. And I'm still wondering, I'm like, where did this guy even come from? Like, where did this guy come from? So his name is Akaza, and Enmu was pretty much challenging for all of them, but now this guy is even stronger. So pretty much him and Rengoku are just gonna clash and go at it. And this was awesome because we got to see more of Rengoku's flame breathing techniques. And Akaza, so he does this technique where he pretty much punches the air, and I guess the air comes attacking at you. This is the one thing that's hard about reading manga, because when you're reading the manga, it's hard to picture the action scenes that's going on in your head. Like, the Infinity Train movie, you need to hurry up and come out, because I can't wait long enough. Like, I'm loving what I'm reading so far. So Akaza's pretty much obsessed with Rengoku. He's like, bro, your training's pretty much perfect. Like, the only thing you can come now, you gotta come to the dark side. So he pretty much means he wants Rengoku to turn into a demon, because with demons, they get to live for hundreds of years. So they can pretty much train for a countless number of years, and their wounds heal instantly. So Akaza keeps telling Rengoku, bro, come be a demon with us, bro. You'll love it. You've maxed out your training. Come to us. But Rengoku, he's what a Hashira should be, you know, like, the strong should always help and protect the weaker ones, and that's what he's all about. He was raised, his mother taught him some good values, so all throughout the volume, Rengoku's not gonna join he's not gonna become a demon. So him and Akaza slash, and they go at it. Like, these dudes throw down, so eventually they're both getting wounded, and it's kind of sad because Akaza's getting wounded, but his heals are regenerating, whereas Rengoku's wounds aren't healing. There's a point where they collide, and then Akaza's hand like goes through Rengoku's stomach, and his eye gets crushed also. So this is pretty sad, because I'm just thinking, oh man, Rengoku's not gonna make it throughout all this. And another thing, I don't know if this is a curse that I have, but all characters that I hype up something bad happens to them for some reason. Like, I don't know why. If you guys watch my Hero reviews, I'm always hyping up Togata, and I'm gonna talk about that in another video. So Rengoku, he has these crazy wounds in his stomach, and then Akaza says, you see, this is what you get for being human. And one of the good things about being human is life and death is a natural part of the process. So that's one of the beauties about being human, you know, being able to live and die and just knowing everything that you live for. All that goes away when you become a demon. So Rengoku, I was feeling everything you were saying. So as the fight's coming towards an end, the sun's starting to come up. And we all know demons can't be in the sunlight or their bodies will start to pretty much fade away and they can never come back. That's like their one main weakness. So as the sun's starting to come up, Akaza's like, okay, I gotta get out of here. So he pretty much escapes and starts running off. And this is where Tanjiro does something cool again. He takes his sword, and Tanjiro's pissed off because he's seeing how wounded Rengoku is. He takes his sword and he throws it at Akaza as he's running, and he's able to stab him. As cool as this was, I kind of thought this was pointless to Tanjiro because pretty much he lost his sword pretty much, and plus he's like, Akaza's gonna regenerate from it anyway. So pretty much Akaza ends up escaping, and this is pretty much where all the sad stuff starts happening in the volume, because now we're hearing Rengoku's last words. He's pretty much telling Tanjiro, go to this location, I want you to talk to my younger brother, which his younger brother's name is Senjuro. He's pretty cool, but swordplay is not his thing. He has to find something new that he can excel at in life. As cool as he looks, he's not going to be as cool as Rengoku. So Rengoku tells Tanjiro, okay, go to my younger brother and go to my dad and tell him these last few words. So Tanjiro does that, and when he meets Rengoku's dad, like, Rengoku's dad is strict. Like, he does not play. Rengoku's dad sees Tanjiro's earrings, and we learn that they're correlated to something called sun breathing. Now, this is crazy because his dad says sun breathing is the strongest out of all of them, and all the other breathing techniques are pretty much a variation of sun breathing. So this is crazy because now we know Tanjiro has some crazy potential. Like, I'm curious to see like if he starts to develop these sun breathing techniques and even increase like his currently like his flame breathing technique, the Kyojuro dance move. Like Tanjiro, like I'm curious to see how Tanjiro develops in the later volume. So this was pretty much a good visit because Tanjiro left with some knowledge about sun breathing. He got a book from Senjuro, and as all the demons are coming back from their missions, you know, Tanjiro appears, Inosuke, Zenitsu. They eventually meet another Hashira, and this, I don't know that much about this guy, but he's pretty much the volume cover that's on the next one that I'm about to read. He's about to go on a mission right now. This Hashira is pretty funny though because also he says he's a ninja, which is pretty cool. You guys know I love ninjas. He pretty much, whenever he goes on a mission, I guess he drags random people to come with him. So he dragged these two girls, and this is a good part because I believe her name is Kanao. She, at the beginning of the show, she never had any emotion, and she always relied on like a coin flip. But Tanjiro told her you have to go off of your own emotions to make decisions. So shout out to Tanjiro because this is the first time where we see Kanao make a decision like off of her own heart and emotions. So that was pretty dope. But we see Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Tanjiro. They go off with this new Hashira to go on a mission, and I can't wait, you guys. Everyone told me Volume 9 is going to be extremely crazy, so I can't wait to see what happens. This volume was extremely emotional. I can't believe Rengoku's gone. Like, I don't want to believe it, but when I looked at him, I was like, okay, this guy's going to be my favorite Hashira. Like, fire abilities are always my favorite. So, but the way that he died was a respectable death. Like I said, no one on the Infinity Train died. None of the hostages died. Like, he did perfectly. Like, his death wasn't in vain. Like, I respect that. I hope Tanjiro keeps, like, developing and training. I hope if he learns sun breathing or develops his flame breathing techniques, I hope they can pretty much surpass Rengoku's. That was my review of this volume of Demon Slayer, Volume 8, and I'm gonna try and read Volume 9 as quick as I can, guys. This was crazy. And also, shout out to Muzan. in this volume also. When Akaza told him that he took out one Hashira, Muzan was like, okay, and like that's pretty funny because at least give, like, I don't like Akaza at all, but at least give him some credit that he took out one of the Hashiras. Muzan's like, unless we destroy the whole Demon Slayer corpse, I don't give a damn. Like, I don't give a damn what information you bring to me. Like, that's how cutthroat he is. Also, I can't wait to see how strong, like, the upper 6 Kizuki are, because these bottom halves are giving these Demon Slayers a run for their money. So, if they're struggling with these lower ranked people, I can't wait to see how strong the higher ones are. And I just can't wait, guys. I'm going to keep reading. I'm sorry it took me so long to do this review of Demon Slayer. I know my fans were out there waiting for it, but that was my review, guys. Peace.